want to show us in a few scriptures what we are capable of based on the investment of the indwelling dimension. And there are a couple of names that the indwelling dimension is referred to as in the book of Romans and in other books of the Bible that I will need to draw your attention to so that you can understand, you can comprehend what you are capable of just because you are a carrier of the indwelling dimension. He lives in me. That means if Jesus' Father could speak through him because he lived, he dwelled in him, it means Jesus can speak through me because he's dwelling in me. If Jesus' doctrine, because Jesus said that his doctrine was not his, the things he taught did not belong to him, did not derive from him. They belong to the one that indwelt him. It means that Jesus can teach through my vessel because he dwells in me. In the book of Romans chapter 6, we see the capabilities of a believer, the things that a believer is capable of just because the Lord dwells in him by his Spirit. Are you with me? Yes. So number one, in Romans chapter 6, which is a critical scripture in the Bible, Romans chapter 6 is critical. In Romans chapter 6, Apostle Paul is under the burden of attempting to explain to us the new context, the new scope of life that we have now that we are saved. He's trying to bring us some education about the description of our new life and the possibilities that abound thereby. It's a great effort he made and a great theological edifice that he builds in this place. The first thing that he said in verse 1, as you can see, is he's trying to make us understand that the old nature will still try to confront us with its desires, even though we are recipients of the life of God. The old nature. Sin will still be knocking, trying to seize your attention, trying to get you to yield to his promptings. Meanwhile, according to Apostle Paul, are you there? So there's an option that a believer who is genuinely saved, unfortunately, can find himself making a consistent practice of sin. So Paul is saying, shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Then he gives us an insight. He said, God forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein?